Hey Astro Kids, and welcome back. And in today's video, we'll be talking about the sun in the 10th house. Let's go ahead and jump right into this. So before we start, you first want to understand what sign is the sun positioned in. This is very important for understanding the functioning of the sun in your chart. Along with this, you want to see, are there any planets conjunct with the sun or aspecting to the sun? It's also important to keep in mind that the sun will become most active in your chart during a sun Mahadasha. So if you have not seen my video on the sun Mahadasha Bhuktis, I will leave a link for that above and down below in the description. So what does the sun represent? The sun is the sole significator in astrology. It represents the purest form of who you really are. So the sun is the whole reason why you have taken birth here in this lifetime. It is your sole purpose. The sun represents your confidence, your self-esteem, your willpower, your ability to assert yourself. It also represents your health and vitality. Along with this, the sun represents your creativity, your brilliance, your ingenuity, your ability to come up with innovative solutions to problems. The sun also represents anyone in positions of power, leadership, authority, government. It is your relationship with your father or a fatherly figure in your life. The sun is your ability to rise to power and prominence in life. It is your status, your reputation. Along with this, the sun represents dharma. It is purity and righteousness, the ability to take the higher path in life. At the same time, the sun has a shadow side to it. If you use this power incorrectly, you are coming from a space of pride and arrogance, so you definitely want to watch out for this. So what does the 10th house represent? The 10th house is the house of karma. It is the actions that you perform in life. And so this is typically seen through your public persona, through your career, your reputation. This is how other people see you, through the actions that you perform out in the world. The 10th house represents your career, your duty, your responsibility in life, your obligations to society. It also represents anyone in positions of authority, government, those who are above you, bosses, anyone who is giving you instruction. And the 10th house is the house that deals with your relationship to your father as well. So as you can see, the 10th house and the sun have a lot in common. This is because the sun is Digbala here in this 10th house. So the sun is at its highest position. This is around the time of noon where the sun is at its brightest if you have the sun placed in your 10th house. At the same time, though, there is a bit of a conflict with this placement because this is the original house of Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn. Saturn and the sun are great enemies to one another. So the sun is slightly uncomfortable to be in this house. The sun here has to be under the supervision of Saturn. The sun is the king, but Saturn is all about serving the people. So this definitely puts you in a position where you have to take on a lot of responsibility. Sun in the 10th house tends to put you in a position of authority, of leadership, of some kind of high-ranking position where you have to tend to other people's needs, where you have major responsibilities that are placed on you. This is a position that tends to promise success in life. And if there are malefics involved, then of course this can delay your success or give you major obstacles in life. But in general, the sun gives you the ability to rise above challenges and obstacles in your workspace. The sun here tends to give a strong desire to want to leave behind a legacy, to want to achieve power and status. This becomes very important to you. Your ability to have respect and status in life is the most important factor. So you are looking to achieve this high-ranking position. You're looking to move up in terms of your career status, in terms of how other people see you out in the public. So again, this tends to give you a very respectable position in life. You could find yourself working in administration and government, in policy making, in anything where you are in a managerial position, anything where you hold authority over others. This sometimes can also be the placement of a politician, of a lawyer, of anyone working in law, because this 10th house is all about following the law. It is the actions that are performed, the responsibilities that are important to maintain within society. Now, depending upon other planets that are placed with the sun, this will tell you a lot about your career. But you also want to see where has the Lord of this house gone. And along with this, you also want to see the D10 Dasamsa chart. Will tell you much more about your career. Typically, though, the sun in the 10th house, regardless of whatever career path you take, there is an ability to strive for success and prominence. Sometimes, if the sun is badly placed in the 10th house, this can also give some ego issues as well. There can be overconfidence, pride, arrogance in your career. You can look down upon others who are at a lower position from yourself. So you definitely want to be careful of this as well. Sun here makes you very dedicated, ambitious, hardworking. This is especially true if the sun is placed well. You are not afraid to work hard to get the results that you want out of life. You're willing to put in the time, the patience, and dedication to rise to power and success. The sun here also can give you a strong sense of self, of individuality. The sun here tends to make you someone who's self-reliant. You don't rely on other people to give you a sense of ego and confidence. This all falls on you. You seek to rise to power and success on your own. If the sun is badly placed in this 10th house, though, then you could find yourself relying on other people to fulfill your ego and individuality. You could find yourself looking for other people in your life to fill that in for you. You could find yourself looking to your father, looking to your mother, looking to those closest to you, and looking at their power as a representation of who you are. So you definitely want to be careful of this. But in general, if the sun is placed well in the chart, then you have a relentless fighting spirit. You are not afraid to go for what you want. And even if you face failures in life, you do not back down. You always rise from the challenges and obstacles in your career. This can also make you very skilled at decision making, at organizing, at dealing with people, and really being able to take risk to go for what you want, to assert yourself. You have a very clear picture of how you will achieve things in your career. So this tends to make other people look to you. This makes other people want to put you in positions of authority and leadership. This placement could definitely be great for your material success in life because this is one of the Artha houses. This is the last of the Artha Trikone. Artha is all about material prosperity. So definitely with this placement, you can find a great deal of wealth and success. But in general, your focus is on your success. It's on your reputation. You hold yourself with high regard and dignity. You definitely feel that respect matters in your career. This can also give you a strong relationship with your father or a father figure in your life, someone who is very prominent, who gave you guidance and direction, who helped to lift you up in your career. There can be a very strong connection here with that person. And this person is able to give you the guidance, the support that you need to build your foundation, to build your sense of self in life. At the same time, if the sun is afflicted in your chart, then you can have conflicts with this father figure as well. There can be separation from the father, there can be an absent father in your life, there can be conflicts, disagreements, differences in belief systems. Sometimes you can find that the father has a different path in mind for you than the one that you are pursuing. The sun also, because it represents health and vitality, if it is negatively afflicted, this can sometimes show that the father has illnesses or chronic issues as well. The sun here can be great for a creative field also. Sun itself is very creative, so you could find yourself in all sorts of film, directing, anything related to creativity. This can also make you very creative in any career that you are involved in. You come up with creative solutions. You're very innovative, very forward thinking in your approach. In some cases, the sun in the 10th house can also make you an entrepreneur as well. Again, this can show various fields of career. You want to check all of those factors in your chart. But in general, no matter what direction you take, this can show great success. If the sun is badly afflicted, this can also show issues in the workspace, harassment, jealousy, conflicts, rivalries with others in your workspace, difficulty working with others. So you want to be careful of this. Because the 10th house also deals with law and authority, if the sun is badly placed in the chart, it can sometimes show immoral behavior, going against the law, doing things that are illegal, that are against ethics and morality. Sometimes, if the sun is not placed well in the 10th house, this can also show an inability to sustain your career. You can find yourself changing your career path a lot, difficulty with finding the correct path in life. All of these things start to become clearer to you as you get older, though. This placement sometimes can indicate more success at a later age, again, particularly if the sun is afflicted in the chart. But in general, the sun is going to give you this ability to rise to success, to achieve the goals that you have set out to move towards. If the sun is badly placed, though, then sometimes this can also give you a lack of stamina, a lack of energy. This is particularly true if K2 gets involved with this sun. K2 eclipsing the sun can drain you of your energy. You can find difficulty with repetition, with being persistent in this area, but at the same time, it can give you late success as well. If Rahu gets involved with this sun, then you want to be careful of your ego. Rahu will expand the ego of the sun, which can make you very arrogant, very selfish, very focused on your own needs and neglecting those responsibilities in your career.